Welcome to Nagesh Karajagi Orchid School. I am Savita teacher and I am teaching grade 4 science. Dear student, in last episode we have learnt that plants grow in different places. We learned lesson number 7, adaptations in plants. We are going to continue the same lesson today also. The lesson name is adaptations in plants. In this lesson we are going to learn why different plants and animals live in different places. Let us learn about why different plants and animals live in different places, in different environment, and the different types of plants and how plants are adapted to the environment. We are continued the lesson today also. In last episode we started our lesson number 7. We are going to continue the same lesson today also. In this lesson we are going to learn about these all points. What we are going to learn, once again I will tell you, why different plants and animals live in different environment, and the different types of plants and how plants are adapted to the environment in which they grow. Dear student, all you know that plants and animals are living things, and all living things need food, water, air, shelter and right climate to survive. Yes, we all know this, and you also know that plants need water, air and sun, and plants also need the right type of soil to grow in. Yes, and from soil plants get minerals. As we are learning today's lesson, and we know that plants grow in different places. Plants grow in cold, hot as well as in dry places. You also know that they grow in rivers, lakes and in the salty water of oceans. Plants growing in a certain place survive because they have adaptations suitable to conditions of the place. Dear student, listen carefully. Plants growing in a certain place survive because they have adaptation suitable to conditions of the place. Now we have already seen what is meant by adaptation. Living organisms gradually change their behavior and body parts to adjust with surrounding. Such change is called adaptation. We have learned this in our previous episode. Now I have given you example also of cactus plant. Cactus can survive in desert because they can store water in their stem. Now we will see how different plants look different. Because of adaptation to adjust with their surrounding, plants and animals living in different places look different. I will show you some pictures which already I have shown to you. This is why these plants look different. Because of adaptation to adjust with their surroundings, plants and animals living in different places look different, and this is why there are so many types of plants and animals we can see. See here, I will show you some two pictures of different plants look different. The leaves of a water lily plant look different from the leaves of a cactus plant, which are like sharp needles. Now you can see here, different plants look different. Two examples I am showing you. The leaves of water lily plant look different. How they are looking? They are thin, big and can float on the water, whereas the leaves of cactus plant, which are like sharp needles. Now plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. This we have learned. We are just recalling the points before starting today's part. The plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Depending on the conditions in which they grow, there are different types of terrestrial plants. Depending on the condition in which they grow, there are different types of terrestrial plants. Terrestrial plants are those plants which grow on land. Now we will see what are the types of terrestrial plants. See, depending on the places where they grow or depending on the condition in which they grow, there are 4 types of terrestrial plants. Those are desert, plants in hills, plants in plains and plants in marshy places. I am just recalling some points which we have already learned in last episode. Now see, we will see terrestrial plants, that plants in desert. As you know, most of the soil in desert is, yes, dry, correct. Most of the soil in desert is dry and there is very little water as it rains rarely. And as soil is dry and very little water is there in desert, then also plants live and survive in desert. Now I will show you different plants in the desert. The roots of desert plants are adapted to take in whatever water is available. So plants like the cactus have roots that spread out just under the surface of the soil. Here you can see in the picture the roots of the cactus, they are just spread under the surface of the soil. And the mesquite bush, which is generally known as kicker or babul, has roots that can grow down more than 20 meters in search of water. I have shown you picture also. See, this is the picture of mesquite bush or kicker. One more picture I will show you that you can understand how long the root is growing down. See, the mesquite bush has root that can grow down more than 20 meters in search of water. So this is adaptation in roots of desert plants. Now we will see desert plants often have small leaves. The leaves of the cactus are like sharp needles. Here whatever needle like structure you can see, needle like this one spines, those are leaves of cactus plant. This prevents loss of water from the leaves. The cactus store water in thick stem, and when there is no rain, the cactus uses the stored water in its stem. Instead of the leaves, the thick green stem of the cactus makes food. As we have seen that leaves of cactus are changed into needle-like structure or sharp spines. So the stem stores water and stem only make food in cactus plant. Now I will tell you some amazing parts of cactus or desert plants. Some cacti remain dormant, means asleep, when there is no rain. And when it rains, they produce flowers and seeds. Very nice this is to look like this flowering, this one flowers and fruits or seeds on the cactus plants. One more amazing part I want to show you, the barrel cactus. This is the barrel cactus shrink when it is dry, mean when there is no rain, the barrel cactus shrinks when it is dry. And see, you can see here, when it is dry it shrinks. And after rains it takes water, expands and become a green ball. Yes, you can see here, when it is dry it shrinks, but when it rains it takes water, expands and become green. This was all about plants in desert. Now we will see plants in the hills. As you know, it is very cold in winter in hilly places like Uttaranchal, Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. You can see here picture also, and you also know that in some hilly areas there is snowfall. So the plants grow in hills, they have to survive the cold and snow. See, the trees that grow here, means in the hills, they have to survive the cold and snow. See, because why it is? Because in winter in hilly area the climate is very cold, and in some hilly areas there is snowfall also. So whatever plants are growing in the hills, they have to survive the cold and snow. So how they adapted in this climate? Let us see. They are usually tall and straight. The plants that grow in the hills are usually tall and straight. You can see here picture, they are tall and straight, and instead of flowers they have cones and therefore called conifers. Now see, the plants that grow in the hills, they are tall and straight, and instead of flowers they have cones. You can see here cones instead of flowers. These plants grow, the plants that grow in hills, they have cones, therefore they are called conifers. Now the cones have seeds in them. Here pictures are there. This is cone and you can see here seeds. Even one more picture is here. This is cone and these small parts you can see, these are seeds. So the plants that grow in the hills are straight, and instead of flowers they have cones. So that's why they are called conifers, and the cones have seeds in them. Now how again it is adapting, we will see. Conifers have needle-like leaves. The leaves are very tough and can survive in cold and snow. You can see here the leaves of conifers which are needle-like. The leaves are needle-like, of the conifers have needle-like leaves which are very tough. These leaves are very tough and they can survive in cold and snow. The sloping shape of the trees makes the snow fall off them easily. See, whatever the sloping shape of the tree is there, it makes the snow fall off them easily. Whenever there is snowfall, because of sloping shape, the snow fall off easily, which in this whenever there is snowfall, so the sloping shape helps or makes the trees that snow fall off them easily. Now here some pictures I will show you which are conifers. The pine, spruce, cedar and fir are conifers. I will show you pictures also. See, this is pine, spruce, cedar and fir. These are conifers. You can see here cones, different how flowers are in different color and all. Even cones are in different color. The pine, spruce, cedar and fir are conifers. Now let us learn more about these. They do not shed all their leaves at the same time and so look green throughout the year. So they are called evergreen trees. See, the plants which grow in the hills, especially these conifers, they do not shed their leaves at the same time. They do not shed all their leaves at the same time and so they look green throughout the year. So they are called evergreen trees. Now there are some more trees which grow in hills. Oak, maple, birch and beech grow in the hills. It is looking different from that conifers, isn't it? Because already we know that different plants growing in different places look different. Though they are growing in hills, the conifers are looking different from these. Oak, maple, birch and beech trees shed all their leaves in winter to protect themselves from the cold. See, before this we have learned that the conifers means like pine and spruce, they do not shed their all leaves at the same time. That's why they look evergreen. But here the oak, maple, birch and beech trees shed all their leaves in winter to protect themselves from the cold. So, and new leaves grow in spring. These type of trees are called deciduous trees. Means the trees which shed their leaves in particular season and after again they grow new leaves. These type of trees are called deciduous trees. The trees which grow in hills, they shed their leaves in winter to protect from the cold. Now I will show you some pictures that are in two different seasons. The same tree, how it looks in two different seasons. Now see, oak in winter how it looks as it sheds its leaves. It look like this, no leaves are there. But in spring when it grows new leaves, so in summer it look green. You can see picture here. The first picture is showing the oak tree in winter when it sheds its all leaves to protect in the cold, and in summer as in spring it starts growing new leaves. In summer it look green. One more picture I will show of another tree. Maple in winter, as maple also shed their leaves in winter, so it look like this, and in spring new leaves grow. So maple in summer season how it looks, see, nice. Yes. Now two more examples are there. Each plant I want to show you, you will understand. So birch also shed their leaves in winter, so it look like without leaves and all, and in spring it starts growing new leaves. and birch in summer, how it looks. Look at this picture. And beech also shades its leaves in winter, so it look like this, and when in spring new leaves grow, and in summer it look like green. Yes. Now we have learned that how plants look different, which grow in different places. So we have finished now terrestrial plants. Actually there are 4 types of terrestrial plants, which are, yes, recall this, the plants in desert, plants in the hills. So 2 parts, we have 2 types of plants, terrestrial plants we finished. Now we will solve one exam, one textbook exercise is there. You have to, dear student, everybody open your Canopy textbook, page number 51 you have to open, and in that one exercise is there. We have to solve this. Looking back means just now we learned that what is the adaptation and what are the terrestrial plants, and depending on the condition in which terrestrial plants grow, there are 4 types of terrestrial plants, which are those: plants in desert, plants in hills, and plants in plains, and plants in marshy places. But we have completed now 2 types of terrestrial plants, those are plants in deserts and plants in hills. Now we will recall that all things, and we will try to solve this question. Chalo, come on, I think everybody has opened their textbook. You have to open page number 51, yes, and take pencil. You have to solve this exercise with pencil. Read carefully the question. There is part looking back, you have to see that. Yes, everybody put your finger below the sentence and read carefully. Read the question. What question is there? Mark tick for the true and cross for the false statement. You have to open page number 51. On page number 51, one small exercise is there. We are going to do that. Here we have to mark tick for the true statement and cross for the false statement. Read the first one. Plants survive because they are adapted to the conditions of the place in which they grow. Yes, we have learned what is meant by adaptation. The plants which are growing in different places, they change their behavior and they change in their body parts to adjust with the surroundings. So the statement is like that only. Plants survive because they adapted to the conditions, to the place in which they grow. So what is your answer, student? Whether it is true statement or false statement? Yes, come on. Yes, it is true statement. So you have to put tick for the first statement. Yes, everybody done? We will move to next one. Now see, read the next one, second statement. Plants like the cactus and mesquite bush do not have roots. Read carefully, read the statement carefully, students. Plants like the cactus and mesquite bush do not have roots. I will show you some pictures again of cactus or the plants that grow in desert. Here is the picture of cactus plant in which you can see the roots are spreading just under the surface of the soil, and here the mesquite bush picture is there. In that you can see the root of the mesquite bush can grow down more than 20 meters. Yes, in search of water it is growing like this. So whatever the statement is given here, plants like the cactus and mesquite bush do not have roots. So what is your answer? Yes, correct. The statement is false statement. So what you will put here? You will mark here cross. Everybody done? Now we will move to next question. One more question is there. Oak and maple trees keep their leaves throughout the year. Read the statement carefully. Oak and maple trees keep their leaves throughout the year. But we have learned that oak and maple trees shed their leaves in winter to protect from cold. So the statement given is true or false? Yes, it is false statement. So we have to mark it with cross. Done everybody? Okay. Now we will move to our next part. See student, we are learning terrestrial plants. What are the terrestrial plants? The plants that grow in land are called terrestrial plants. Depending on the condition in which they grow, there are 4 types of terrestrial plants. Those are desert, the plants that grow in hills. These 2 parts we have seen the examples and how they are adapting in their condition. And now we are going to see the plants that grow in plains and plants that grow in marshy places. Let us see that. Trees growing in the plains have lots of spreading branches, and these are plants in the plains. Now actually you are familiar with this all types of plants, because here you can see mango tree, tamarind, these all trees you know. These trees grow in plains and they have spreading branches. Now trees like the banyan, peepal and mango grow in the warmer climate of the plains. See in plains somewhere, in some places the climate is warmer. So the plants, the trees like banyan, peepal and mango grow in the warmer climate of the plains, and some plants like rubber, teak, coconut trees they grow in the place where the climate is hot and wet. Now some more I will show you. Teak, tamarind, rubber, coconut, pepper, tea, coffee and sugarcane. These all are the plants which grow well in this type of climate where there is heavy rainfall. These all are the plants which grow in the plains. Now in the plains some plants, some of the trees are evergreen and some are deciduous trees. As you know, the plants that grow in hills, some plants are deciduous there and they shed their leaves in winter, but the plants which grow in plains, the deciduous plants shed their leaves in which season? See you, I will show you here. The deciduous trees shed their leaves in the dry season, that is in summer, to avoid water loss. So in hilly areas deciduous plants shed their leaves in winter to protect them from cold, and the plants in plains they shed their leaves in dry season, that is summer, to avoid water loss. So now we will see plants in marshy places. Place that have clay soil and plenty of water, the water cannot drain. The marshy place, the place is that where clay soil is there and plenty of water, and the water cannot drain here. So the water collects in the soil and covers it, means always there the soil is covered with water. Now we will see which type of trees grow here. See, mangrove tree is example of the plants that grow in marshy places. Mangrove trees grow in such marshy or swampy places. The roots do not get air as water covers the soil. So how they are growing, you see? Therefore they have roots that grow above the soil. You can see in the picture, the mangrove trees have roots that grow above the soil, and these roots are called breathing roots. In this lesson we are learning so many amazing things about plants. So in this way we learnt about terrestrial plants. Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants, and depending on the condition in which the plants grow, there are 4 types of plants, which are the plants that grow in desert, the plants that grow in hills, the plants that grow in plains, and the plants that grow in marshy places. These all 4 types of plants we have learned how they are adapting to their condition. Dear student, now today we will stop here, but you have to read the lesson carefully, you have to underline the new words, and you have to learn the new words. In next session we are going to continue the same lesson, because the lesson is lengthy but it is interesting. So you have to read the lesson carefully. Okay students, thank you.